Hopefully it'll be the best comedy of the year. Hello strangers, I'm your Shavana, and today I will be doing the before the after of the movie It Chapter 2. So I did a before and after on the first It movie and I had feelings. If you've watched those videos, or you just don't want to in this moment, I'll summarise. My basic feelings of the first film was I didn't really love it, and I also thought I'd done a few weird adaptation things I didn't like. But recently I actually watched the original TV movies, and I realised that one of the adaptation things I really didn't like in it, they'd actually must have taken from the TV movie. It still makes me think it's a bad decision, and I'm curious to see how this will play out because they've kind of put themselves in a awkward corner, because I always felt like the worst part of the book was the adult part of it. So in full clarification, I have read the book 1.5 times. I have seen the TV movie very recently, and I can't properly do a before and after because I'm actually going to see the first movie right before the second one because I'm going to a double bill. So that should be fun. And I'll have all my things refreshed, like, oh yeah, I didn't like that part again. Something me and my sibling have been talking about a lot is whether the first film is actually meant to be scary at all. And we're like, no, not really, it's not scary. There's never like a real sense of danger to that first film. I am curious to see what they do. A lot of people talking online were talking as though that the film is definitely going to take things from the book. Like, there's a hate crime in the book, and I don't think they'll do that exact same hate crime, because while it's still kind of relevant, I think you could update it, and I think it'd be better to update that if you were going to still have a hate crime at the start of the film, where it is kind of in the start of the adult films where things start going wrong again and it is waking. I mean, there's issues in the book as well that I think could be changed. Like, I mean, you kind of have spoilers for the book, I guess, but the book does kind of take out the minorities fuss. Except for Bev, who, I was watching, like I said, I watched the TV movie recently, and major spoiler for the book, but I thought it was hilarious how they made one of the characters a virgin. I'm like, you're not a virgin, you haven't been one since you were 12. And I was joking with my sibling who I watched it with that moment when he dies, that's him remembering that he's not a virgin, and that's the actual look of horror on his face, not that he's dying. So just like, spoilers away. I don't really care about spoilers. And also, like, I don't know if they'll do the exact same things, because, I mean, they changed a lot in the first film, so they're gonna have to change stuff in the second film. I don't know, like, I never liked the fact that Bev ends up getting kidnapped because she's literally the only girl there, and I don't know why they did that, except to do parallels between Bev and Bill's wife, but I don't think it was necessary. I also think that Bill should have a man bun, and they should cut it off at one point. But that comes completely from the fact in the TV movie, Bill has a ponytail, and like, you forget about it, and then he turns around and it's there. Like, oh yeah, that Bill. Like, I completely forgot he had a ponytail until I rewatched the film. I'm like, that was fashion. And like, it's like, you know, you can do whatever you want to your hair, it's just choices. I mean, I still love Tim Curry the most. He's the best. There's one scene in the film I'm actually kind of hoping they properly adapt, and that's the scene where Haystack makes out with it. They obviously didn't show it in the TV movie because, like, homophobia, basically. I guess it's a slight fear of, I don't know if you could say it's homophobic or not. I don't know. Someone probably could argue that. But I think the fear mostly comes from the fact that he just made out with it. I'm sure that's in the book. And if not, they should steal it from the TV movie. Because that's like my favourite scene in the TV movie now, I've decided. Probably just because I love those two actors. I'm like, never would ship them, but it's just horror. So this is a really quick one because, like I said, I've already did like a full review the first film, and that came right after having read the book that the film was based on. It's been a while now because it's not 2017 anymore, so I'm not that strong opinion. I don't hate Richie. I think they should have cast Steph Green as Richie because that would have been funny, and I think he's the only one of the actor kids who is actually still acting. I don't have high hopes for it. Like, I never found the first one scary. I don't know, maybe they should amp the horror. Like, but then again, you can have really horrifying things with kid actors and they wouldn't necessarily know what was going on or for it to be traumatizing. I don't know, like, it is so campy, really, when you think about all the stuff that goes on in the book and the film. Like, I think the most horrifying thing about the book is that gangbang scene. I hate it. Like, see, when I was watching the TV movie, there's so much sexual tension between all the adult actors, and like I feel like at any moment they're all just gonna start making out with each other because they're always touching each other. They're always touching Bev, but they're also always touching each other, which you expect. You like expect the whole weird creepy relationship with Bev, but not with each other, and I'm like, are they all just gonna, is this gonna turn into an orgy? But like, you know, if they do stuff as an adult, that's fine. The children part was creepy and the reason behind that was creepy, and like, I hate the logic of it. I hate it. It sounds terrible, but if it had been like them all like doing it to each other, it would have been better than them, rather than all taking turns with Bev. That's like the worst part for me, and like, ugh. Because if it really was about going up or whatever, which it's not, and like, I don't know, jokes about Bev being pregnant. No one talks about the fact that this grown-ass man wrote a love triangle. You know, the original love triangle. Now I'm gonna make a stupid graphic. Like I said, I am gonna see the original film right before I see the second one, so I don't know if I'll have like thoughts and I'll have to like change my mind completely about things. I mean, the stuff about the original film that does annoy me, like I don't think the stakes are very good. I don't think the kids get a chance to shine. But also, like, having watched the TV movie, I now realise that the TV movie had a lot of issues about actually portraying the kids well, but at least they actually figure out stuff themselves in the TV movie. It's just the references to stuff in the books in the TV movie that doesn't make full sense because they don't do it at any other point until suddenly they are doing it. And yeah, I don't know, I don't think this, like, I still think it was kind of a bad idea to separate the adult and the kid stuff, but whatever, we'll see how this goes. It has some decent actors in it and a few people I don't really know, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll be the best comedy of the year. So I will see you weirdos next time, where I will have the after the before. Farewell. Like, because I'm pro adult.
Kiss me, fat boy.
No, I can't have that in. I can't have that. I can't say that on camera and have that out there.